This is AFM Radio.
You're waking up with
Brent Meder.
Our community, Cape Town, your community radio station, LFM Radio. Your music, your memories. Our community, our community.
All right, Cape Town, you're locked into AFM Radio, your music, our community. And I've got something special for you again this morning. Joining me is Durban-born, Joburg-based singer-songwriter who's been lighting up stages across South Africa. And I'm talking about from Splashy Fen to the Mojo Market. And also sharing stages with the likes of Jessie Clegg, Prime Circle and Matthew Mole. And now she's back with her latest single, If You Don't Go. Please welcome Simone Govender. Simone, so good to have you with us. How are you doing today and where are we catching you from right now?
I'm doing well considering it's still early for me, but I'm in Johannesburg.
You're in Johannesburg. Is it cold out in Johannesburg this morning?
It is.
Don't worry, it's just as cold here in Cape Town. And believe me, I get a very, very early start. We go live at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm in the studio around about 5 in the morning, and it is a bitly cold in the mornings. But anyway, take us back quickly. How did this journey into music all actually begin with you?
So music has always been a part of my life. My first memory of music is my mom teaching me this really old gospel song called Shout to the Lord by Hillsong. It is giving my age away just a little bit. And
We'll
as I got older,
pretend not to notice that.
As I got older, my parents sent me for piano lessons when I was around 5 years old. And when I picked up the guitar for the first time in high school, that's when I realized music was what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. It was the first time I actually felt comfortable in my own skin. And brushing past high school, I studied, and in my last year of studying, I decided to push myself and do music full time.
Well, that's a fascinating story. Now, you've been performing live since 2017, and you've built up quite a name on the local circuit. Now, what were those early gigs like? Any memorable or character-building moments that you can tell us about?
I think one of my favorite festivals that I ever played was Splashy Fen. Been one of those constants, and what's beautiful about it is people are there to genuinely listen to you and listen to your music. And I think it was the first time I ever felt comfortable with my own original music and performing it. So that festival has really played such a huge influence in the way that I also see myself as an artist and putting my work out there. Every single gig I've played has never been the same, whether it's the same venue. So that keeps you on your toes quite a bit.
Mm. And of course, making music and composing music and playing music is one thing, but getting on stage in front of people, that's a different aspect, isn't it?
No, 100%. And I'm kind of introverted by nature. I get very flustered around people. And a lot of people are like, how are you the same person when you go on stage? And I think there's just a switch when you're in your zone and in your flow. It's very different.
I can fully understand because I'm much the same. Also very introverted, but put me on stage, give me a microphone, and that's my home, and I'm actually very comfortable there. But talking about stages, you've shared stages with some of South Africa's big names, Jessie Clegg, Prime Circle, Matthew Mole. What have you learned from performing alongside artists like that?
I think for me, it's just watching them come alive and, sharing their music with the world. There's a connection that happens between everyone, regardless of your background. And I think seeing that in real life and in that space is amazing. And it also pushes you to put yourself out there and to keep going, because I think persistence is very, very important when it comes to a music career like this.
Persistence is something that you need to do. I know. You think about take a famous band like the Beatles. I mean, the Beatles were playing for years out in Germany, touring. They were playing, I think, up to 4 gigs a day for almost a year before they even made the big time. So they persisted, and although they were told you would never make it because no one wants guitar music. How wrong they were. How wrong they were. Huh? Just do your own thing. That's what you need to do. Talking about your own thing, how would you describe your sound to someone hearing you for the very first time?
I would say, for me personally, I hope my music is like a hug to someone, but my sound is definitely in the lines of indie pop. Yeah, it's really hard to put a label sometimes.
That's not a bad thing because I'm one of those fans of saying that we must be very careful of categorizing music into genres because a lot of music you have today is so crossover in genres that you don't really want to pigeonhole it anywhere. And I think that's what you're trying to tell me.
100%. Even noticing all the songs that I've written over the years and how different they sound now, like from the first release to the latest release. I I struggle with that a little bit, and sometimes you feel bad, like you're cheating on your genres. But I think the beautiful thing about music is that you never have to stick to one thing.
No, you don't. No, you don't. And and talking about your new single, let's talk about If You Don't Go, eh? What a powerful title. Now, what's the story behind the song, eh? What inspired it? Come on, gee ons 'n skinder.
So at the time of before the song came about, I was struggling a little bit in my music career. So my faith has a huge influence over what I write and what I put out there, and I was feeling a bit stuck. And that's where I was reminded to go to the beginning, go to why you started this. And I don't mean to sound like that person, but I was always reminded that when God puts a dream in your heart, he always finds a way to help you achieve it. And it was more of a reflection of my music career. And if I didn't take that step, then I wouldn't have known that it could be something like this.
Okay. Now, this track already had great success. It was hitting number one on local radio. And how did you feel when you first heard the news that you had hit number one?
I think it's still one of those surreal moments. Um, for me, it's just like, oh, that happened, and then I have to pinch myself and make sure I'm not dreaming. Yeah, it still blows my mind that people are listening to it and they do enjoy it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you're talking to people, you're getting your message across, and that's absolutely fantastic. Now, for someone listening for the first time, what do you hope they feel or take away from this song?
Definitely hope and just courage, because sometimes, again, you never know if you don't go.
Right. Yes, it's something I always ask people I interview, the artists, singers, songwriters, is when you're writing music, I'm always curious about this. When you're writing music, do you start with lyrics, melody, or feeling?
So back in the day, it was always a lyric first. No, I'm lying to you. It was the melody first and
Melody
then the
first.
lyrics. Yeah. And then, like, about 3 or 4 years after writing, I realized that my process needed to change because I was getting stuck. And this is going to sound funny, but usually for me, it's a mental breakdown, then insomnia, and then a song comes, which is great, I guess. But with this particular one, I think whenever I start writing, I just write for the sake of it because I think as artists and creators, we get stuck in our own heads and we become the loudest critic. And we try and we think that, oh no, that's not what someone wants to hear. Meanwhile, like music is a reflection of you and your story. So it's just getting to that point of just writing, and out of that, the song starts to flow.
Mm. And you've worked with the SAMRO CSF grant on some of your music. Now, has that support helped you and has it impacted your journey?
Oh, 100%. With a song that we released a couple of months after If You Don't Go, There's More to Life. I think it's such a eye opener to you as an artist to get accepted for a grant like that, and seeing an organization support you and see the talent and see and believe in your music. I think it's a huge pushing point for you as well. I hope that made sense.
That's making a lot of sense, don't worry. You've actually had some incredible milestones already in your career. Need to be yours, hitting number one and even featuring, I believe, in a film. That must have been surreal.
Yes. It's still in my brain that did that actually happen, or am I like having a fever dream or something?
No, you're not. It really did happen, I promise you. Looking back so far, what's been your pinch me moment? Was that the pinch me moment when we hit number one or featured in a film? Where's the moment that
I,
you got to pinch yourself to feel, and is this really true? Is this really, really happening to me?
I think it was definitely the film because we, as a family, we went to watch it, and in my head, I'm like, they could be lying. They could have just said that. And when the song started playing at the end credits, I'm like, Oh, damn, yeah, this is real.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. You're in the real world. Talking about the real world, let's have a quick bit of fun before I drop your song. Answer quickly. One artist, dead or alive, you'd love to collaborate with.
Coldplay.
Coldplay. Ah, that was quick. Okay. And I believe there is a rumor that they are coming to South Africa next year. I think March next year. I've got a friend who actually works in the logistics field where he brings in all the equipment for the bands. And he's been asked about the possibility of bringing the equipment in. So it looks like it might very well be real that they'll be
Oh,
performing here in South Africa next year, around about
that
March
is
next year.
amazing.
So, yeah, you got to get yourself into that somewhere along the line. Go and offer to do the open up for them. Go and do it.
I will even bring them their drinks. I mean,
Okay, well, that'll work as well. A pre-show ritual. Do you have a pre-show ritual?
again, this is gonna sound really ridiculous, but it's panic, panic, panic. And if it's the sound guy, when I'm nervous, I speak and I ramble a lot, and I like ramble to the sound guy or the stage hands, and I get very flustered. But then I also just I center myself by just praying. And then when I get on stage, I always start a song first before I speak because there's been a couple of times where I had to introduce myself before I started my set and I would forget my own name, which is quite embarrassing.
Hello, good evening, and I'm your singer for tonight. And we'll tell you who I am afterwards if you like the song.
Yeah, we'll get to the name later.
We'll get there later. If you enjoy the song, I'll tell you my name. If you hated it, you don't need to know who I am.
Literally.
Right, Simone, let's go and listen to your song, If You Don't Go, and then we'll come back to you and just find out how people can follow you and download your music and everything else. But right now, I'm going to spin your If You Don't Go. So have a listen to this one, AFM listeners, and let us know on our studio WhatsApp what you feel about the song, what your feelings are. Our studio WhatsApp, of course, 0763520685. Right, here is Simone Govender, If You Don't Go, on AFM Radio.
Spent so many years chasing something that wasn't meant for me. I lost myself to the uncertainty. When I figured it out, I was left with a dream. It seemed so far-fetched. I only half believed. But then you opened up my eyes. You showed me what life could be, even though it won't be easy. But nothing worth it ever is. There's a power inside of you that you'll never know if you don't go. Never thought I could be the one to put myself on the line. I know this time I won't run. You gave me a different kind of spark that turned my world around. You pulled me out of the dark, but then you opened up my eyes. You showed me what life could be, even though it won't be easy. But nothing worth it ever is. There's a power inside of you that you'll never know if you don't go. But then you opened up my eyes and showed me what life could be, even though it won't be easy. But nothing worth it ever is. There's a power inside
There you have it for the first time on AFM Radio. Simone Govender, and If You Don't Go. Lovely song, Simone. Loving that one.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Simone, what's next for you, eh? Where are you going from here now?
So hopefully, fingers crossed, more music. And we would really like to do a tour in Cape Town again. The last time I was there was in 2018.
Gosh, that's a long time
And we
ago.
had we had so much fun. So hopefully this year we can make that happen.
We'd love to have you here in Cape Town. You must let us know so we can actually let everybody else know about it as well. We'll help you promote that, I promise you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And where can our listeners follow your journey and keep up with your music?
So I'm on social media, so it's at Simone Govender Music. You'll find me everywhere.
Everywhere. There we go. Everywhere. You just got to look everywhere and you'll find Simone. Just go and Google her. You'll find her. I promise you. And it's fantastic music. Some great songs she's actually produced already. So besides this one, go listen to her previous songs. This one I'm going to actually put onto our rotation here on the station as well. So you'll hear it again, definitely. Simone, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on AFM Radio. And we wish you continued success in your career.
Thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
No, we had a great time chatting to you. And as I said, if you do come to Cape Town, do let us know. We'd love to actually go and watch you live and listen to you live in a show. And maybe when Coldplay come here next year, maybe you can open for them here at the DHL Stadium. I'm sure they'll play at the DHL Stadium.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, eh? There we go. 60, 70, 80,000 people. That's the way to do it, eh? That's the way to do it. Simone, have a wonderful day, and I'm sure we'll chat again very soon because I know you're going to produce another song and you'll be back with us again. But we're going to be following your journey.
Thank you once again so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure, Simone. Thank you so much for coming on and having a chat to us on this very cold morning.